So this is the second video that follows on. So if you've done the first video, we've just done, I think, big rotations lying down. So what we'll do is I'll switch the lesson plan around a little bit so that if you're joining and you're just doing this video in isolation, give you a little bit of a back warm-up, spinal warm-up before we go into anything else. So you've got that as well in this video, if that makes sense. So again, if you've stumbled upon this video, you're very welcome to join in. Just go with what feels right. Don't push anything beyond what doesn't. And the same goes for my regular participants. If you're joining in with me now, because it's the summer holidays and it's a long break between classes. So I promised I'd try and do some videos for you. I don't know if I'm going to get any more done. So without further ado, I'll stop waffling. We're going to go into all fours. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And just settle yourself. Spread your fingers so that you're not just throwing all your weight into those wrists. So make sure you've got a bit of weight from your body going right through to your fingertips. And as you breathe in, just feel your back expand. So feel the back of your ribs expand. And the crown of your head and your tailbone reaching away from each other, so that spine lengthens. And then as you exhale, we're going to draw the chin to chest. We're going to press the floor away so those shoulder blades separate. Tuck the tailbone under, lift the navel to the spine and round the back. So you're going into that really nice big C curve. Inhale, crown of the head reaches away, tailbone reaches away, so we're going into the reverse, into our big cow stretch. And in this position here, with this big spinal extension, try not to crunch your vertebrae together. Again, still thinking of lengthening the spine as you come into this beautiful shape. So let's do that again. So inhale through the neutral position and then exhale, flex the spine. Inhale through neutral, keep it moving, exhale into that big extension. Okay, come back to neutral. This time as you exhale, you're going to have a look at your own bottom. So you're bringing the hips up towards the shoulders, shortening the side of that waist, keeping the spine parallel to the floor. So your C curve is parallel to the floor now. And you're flexing laterally, sideways with the spine. Inhale through center, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, return everything to neutral. Then this time as you inhale, you're going to hover one hand and stretch that arm out to the side, again parallel to the floor. Inhale there. Make sure you've not shifted your hips side to side, both hips above both knees. And then as you exhale, you're going to press the floor away into a nice big rotation. So you're trying to reach that arm right up to the ceiling and take the chest with it. Inhale there. And as you exhale, you're going to thread that hand through the gap, reach it away. See if you can get that shoulder onto the floor comfortably. Try not to shift all your weight back. Reach, reach, reach that hand. Inhale. And as you exhale, press back into position. Inhale, other arm floats. Exhale, push it up. Inhale there. Expand those ribs. Open up those lungs. Exhale, thread through and reach. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale there. And exhale. Come back. Lovely. So So now we're going to go all the way down to prone. Check that I'm not going to knock my water bottle out of the way. So feet hip width, reach those legs away. Make sure you've not tipped into hyperextension with this lumbar spine in this position. So almost maybe a little bit of a tuck of the tailbone. So neutral pelvis, maybe with a very slight tuck, just to make sure that you're protecting your lower back. Rest your forehead on the backs of your hands, shoulders drawn back and down. Lift that belly button away from the mat. A little squeeze of your pelvic floor so your centre's beautifully engaged. Inhale there. Exhale, float the head. So you're just floating the head, reaching the crown of the head away, shoulders staying in a good position, almost as if you're just lengthening the spine. Glutes a little bit switched on. They're not at 100%, but they're supporting you. So squeezing a little bit of wee, squeezing your bottom, abdominals working. And exhale, back down. Inhale there, reset everything. Exhale, float that head. Inhale again there. This time as you exhale, hands come to forehead. And then everything comes back down in one piece. Okay, so stick with that if that's enough for you. Otherwise, you're going to inhale there, exhale everything in one piece, so all of your upper body is lifting, and you're going to hold it there. Inhale, stretch the arms away, turn the palms outwards, and then drag your arms out to the side and right down by your legs. So you've dived into the water, and then you're pushing the water away in a breaststroke move. So inhale, dive. Exhale, press that water away. Inhale. Exhale, press it away. Keep the crown of the head reaching away, slight tuck of the chin so the back of the neck super long. Belly button to spine, glutes switched on. Inhale. Exhale, press the water away. Should we do one more? Inhale, dive. Exhale, breaststroke. Hold it there. And then we're going to think of your little finger lifting up to the ceiling. And little pulses. And swimming with the legs. So see if you can have the arms moving together, but the legs splitting. A little bit of brain teaser. Breathe in, and out, and in, and out, and one more time, in, and out. The legs come down, arms fold back under the head, and relax. Nice set to just strengthen your back beautifully. Okay, so hands come under the shoulders. You're going to push straight up, roll the bottom onto your feet, and you can rest your forehead down, or you can keep the head in line with your arms, as long as there's no tension in the neck. So just relax there for a moment, take a deep breath. And then walk both hands over to one side, and the top hand reaches a bit further. Trying to think how to put that. As I walk my hands over, so I'm walking over to the right. So my right hand's going to be my bottom hand. My left hand is the hand that comes over on top. So you get a really beautiful stretch down the side of your body. And then bring your hands back to the middle. Inhale there. And you're going to drag your hands back. So scoop the abdominals and roly to restack the spine. Just get a nice little roll through the spine to come back up. And then we're going to bring our feet round in front of us to come into rest position. So feet come in front. Have your band nearby, you'll need it in a little while. And rolly, rolly, rolly down. So that your heels now are in line with your sit bones. Arms down by your sides. Neck nice and relaxed. So put a little bit of support, thin support under your head if you need it. Shrug your shoulders up and take them down. Reach your fingertips towards your heels. So again, lengthening, and your back is nice and active. Inhale there. As you exhale, all we're going to do is go into imprint. So belly button to spine, and then that little grape that's behind your spine, just squash, squash, squash that grape, but no activation in the glutes. So you're doing this all with these abdominals, and your bottom muscles are still relaxed. Inhale, release. Exhale, squash the grape. And keep that little tuck of the chin, back of the neck nice and long. Inhale, release. Exhale, press, press, press. Inhale, release. So this time we're going to exhale, go into imprint. Now switch your glutes on. Think of drawing those sit bones together. And then start to roll up into a shoulder bridge. Roll up. Hips nice and high. You're resting your weight on your shoulder blades. So your neck's super easy. Knees reaching away. You're nice and comfortable. So hold that position there. And then I want you to think of switching off your right glute, whichever side you're on now. So switch off one side and keep the other side really, really working hard. Okay, this side's working hard. And now switch that glute back on, so you'll feel the lifts come back up, the hips come back up, lift back up together, okay? Now other side switches off, you'll feel that hip drops a little bit, and then switch it back on, squeeze it back up. So we'll do one more each side. So switch off that glute, let that muscle go quite loose, and then tighten it back up. And again, relax one side and squeeze back up. Then you're going to float the arms up to the ceiling, palms looking towards each other. Reach the hands up to the ceiling, protract the shoulders, retract the shoulders, bring them back down. Think almost of bolting those shoulders back down so they're nice and flat, attached to the mat. Flip the palms forwards. Inhale, arms come alongside the head. So the backs of the hands might be on the floor, but if you're tight through the shoulders and they're floating, that's fine. That was a big inhale. And now as you exhale, start to roll through the spine. Take your time, vertebra by vertebra, bone by bone. Rolly, rolly, rolly. And snow angel the arms all the way around. Glide those arms round. Okay. So straight into imprint with glutes switched on this time. And roll back up into that shoulder bridge. Make sure the shoulders in a beautiful position, no tension in the neck. Ribs are soft. Okay, so we're going to try and keep the hips really nicely level, okay, as we float one leg to tabletop. So float to tabletop, hold it there nice and strong. And then we're going to hinge from the hip to tap and lift. Keep those hips high. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hold it there, hold it there. Okay. Let's just reverse the breathing on that. So inhale to prepare. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Exhale. Inhale. Fold that leg back down. Lovely. Arms come up. This time palms forward. Drop those arms into those shoulders. Nice and flat. scapula, flat shoulder blades, flat to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, roll through the spine. Reach the arms out to the side and down. Now we're going to do the other side. Inhale there. Make sure that you've drawn those shoulders down. Slight tuck of the chin to chest. Okay, so exhale, imprint, glutes switched on, tuck and roll, hips nice and high. Find that strong position. Now you can repeat this with your hands down. If you're feeling really strong, you can have those hands up to the ceiling. Drop those shoulders into a good position. Float the other leg to tabletop. Inhale there. Exhale. Hinge from the hip. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Arms can be down on the floor if you prefer. And you can just play around with the breathing if you want to. You can see what it's like to inhale and exhale, bring the leg back up. Inhale. Exhale, bring the leg back up. One more. Keep those hips high. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Arms come up and over as the leg comes down. Palms to the ceiling. Shoulders in a beautiful position. Exhale, rolly, rolly, rolly through the back. Nice. Toe, heel, feet and knees together. Arms come out to the side, palms up to the ceiling. Inhale there. Glue those knees together, tip onto the outer edge of one foot to roll those knees over to one side. Keep those knees pinned together and take the head in the opposite direction if you wish. Inhale through center. Exhale. Over to the other side. Okay, my feet are clean. Inhale. Exhale. No rib flare. Keep those ribs under control. Inhale through center. And exhale. One more time. And return. Lovely. Okay, so now we are going to toe heel those feet back to hip width, bring those arms back down. Now, think of tipping onto the outer edge of this foot again. We're going to keep the hips and pelvis really super still. This knee is staying super still as the other knee opens out to the side, so it might not be a really big move. So you've got neutral pelvis, you've got your little great back underneath your belly button, and as you exhale, just rolling that foot, taking that knee out. Inhale, return. And if you've got lots of control, you can open it a little bit further on the next one. Exhale, inhale, return. You're trying to keep this knee nice and stable and still. So you're trying to work against the rotation of the other leg while this leg is opening. The other side is stable. And we'll do one more. And inhale. Straight over to the other side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Open that knee. And inhale, return. Open that knee. Inhale, return. Okay, so you can repeat that. Or inhale to prepare, engage your center, exhale, float one leg to tabletop, make sure sacrum's nice and heavy on the mat, ribs nice and soft, and you're just going to stir the air with your knee, small circles, nothing else moving. So that center has to work really, really hard to keep everything else really still. And then take the knee the opposite way, reverse that for 3 and 2 and 1. Inhale there. Exhale. Lower with control. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, float the other leg. And then small, small circles with that knee. Its own little circles. Everything else staying really nice and still. And all those stabilising muscles working really, really hard to let that leg move independently. Inhale there. Exhale. Lower that leg with lots of control. Right. Grab your mat, band, not your mat. And you're going to bring your foot into the mat, into the band. And then wrap it around so that it's nice and secure. Okay, but not too tight. Elbows come to your waist. And then slide the underneath leg away. Okay, so up to you how tight you want this to be. Inhale there. As you exhale, you're just going to pull this top leg over and reach the underneath leg away. And it will vary for everyone what their maximum stretch is. Okay, so find your own maximum stretch without pushing it. Now I'm flexing my ankle here because I want a calf stretch as well. If that's too much, you can keep, as long as the band doesn't ping off, you can keep your foot a bit more relaxed. But what you need is the back of the knee really nice and straight. Straight, straight, straight. So getting a really nice hamstring stretch. Inhale there. And exhale. So you can do one more big breath. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, bring that ankle back above the hip. Inhale there. And as you exhale, you're taking that leg across and over, but not lifting and rolling the hips. So keep that sacrum nice and heavy, still on the mat. Take that leg over. Inhale there. And then as you exhale, see if you can draw that leg up just a little bit higher towards the head. One more big breath there. Inhale. And exhale. Alison, this is for you because you said you love this stretch. So I hope everyone is going to thank Alison. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it back to centre. Inhale there, just reset yourself. Exhale, take it out to the other side. And just bring it up towards the head. So whatever works for you. Obviously, we've got different amounts of stretch in different areas of our bodies, so don't push it. One more deep breath. Okay, so bring that back into centre, and then you're just going to guide the leg. Use the band to just take the leg around in big circles. Should feel really lovely in the hip joint. And the other way. 3, 2, and 1. Hopefully it's not too clunky. And then we'll change sides. See if it's the same on this side or different. So reach that underneath leg away. Really, really reach it away. Inhale there. Elbows to waist. Exhale. Pull that leg over. Pull that leg over. Just ease it. Ease it a little bit further. Let your body recognise what you're doing. Be because your body's really clever, and if you think of almost like sort of stretch receptor cells in your muscles that feed back to your brain, and after a certain length of time they register, they go, oh, this is okay, we can let the muscle, we can go a bit further. So maybe about every kind of 10 seconds, just see if you can ease just a little bit further. If your leg starts to really shake, you need to come off the stretch, bring it back a little bit and start again, okay? Okay, so bring that back to centre, inhale there, exhale, take it across the body. Inhale there, and then draw it up towards the head, and hold that stretch now. That leg's supported by the band. You're supporting it nicely, but you're getting your maximum stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through centre, exhale, take it out to the other side. Open that leg away. And start to draw that leg up a little bit higher if you can. Keep breathing. Just try to relax into that stretch. Good, and then we're ready for our circles. So take that leg around. Nice big circles. Should feel nice in your hip. And the other way. Okay. So, you're feeling nice and stretched out now. So let's just do those glutes. So figure of 4 stretch. Oh, I need something for this. Where are you? My trusty lacrosse ball. Okay. So tennis ball would work. Not a golf ball. That'd be a bit too hard. But yeah, tennis ball, lacrosse ball. What else? Something. So whichever side, the side of your top knee that's out, okay, that's where you're popping this lacrosse ball. So you find your uncomfortable point. And there'll be a few different trigger points. Find where it's really uncomfortable, maybe almost feels a bit burny. And then just, you might want to give it your knee a little wiggle over that. Just roll it. Just ease your weight down onto that. I can almost picture you all just tapping your iPads or whatever and just fast forwarding through this. But if you can bear to do it and get this a bit of piriformis release, it'd be very good for you. Keep saying it. Now I can't quite see the clock from here. Ideally, we're doing this for about at least a minute. We might have to call it a day on that side. So tip off that, come over to the other side. And just wiggle that ball around until you find that, that really tender spot. And that's where you want to just sink your weight into the ball. And obviously you can do this sitting up as well. There's lots of ways to make your life uncomfortable. a little bit of a wriggle around. And you might want to find another trigger point. Just keep breathing, don't forget to breathe. Nice deep breaths. Okay, so obviously press pause, do that for a bit longer if you haven't fast forwarded all your way through it. Come off that, and then you want to come onto your side to come up. Don't do what I did earlier and just roll straight up. You always want to roll onto your side and then come up. And then I think it's time to grab your roller. So if you don't have a roller for this first bit, doesn't matter. If you find it's a bit much on your lower back, she's had enough, she's bored of me, then you can sit on a big cushion if you need to just give your lumbar spine, make that a bit easier on your lumbar spine. We're just going to do a forward fold, so reach up, press those heels away, and because we did the hamstring stretch earlier, hopefully this isn't too bad. So think of reaching up and forwards rather than rounding the back over. So keep that long, reach forwards with the chest, press those heels away. I'm pulling my toes towards my body. Deep breath. And return. So that's that stretch there. And then you're going to take one leg and cross it over. Turn towards that side. Hello, sweetie. You alright? I'll let you out in a minute. Poor trapped animal wants to go out in the garden. And then take the roller up and down the outside of that leg. I know, just give me a minute, a few more minutes. And again, ideally, give it a good minute, okay? I've got an impatient dog, so we might not do a whole minute. Take it over to the other side. I'm sorry. She's been very patient up till now. Take the other leg over, support yourself, and roll up and down, all the way up to the hip, all the way down towards that knee. You don't need to go right on the knee. Obviously you're on the outside of the leg. Now, if you don't have a roller, you can do this a little bit manually. As a massage therapist, I would get the heel of my hand and I would press down and up. So you can give yourself a little bit of a stretch, or again, something like a rolling pin. Use your rolling pin up and down just to get that release down the outside, because that IT band gets really, really tight, and the TFL there. So work on that. And then we've got one more thing to do. One more thing, Pixie, I promise. You see the top of her head? She's sitting and just staring at me now, giving me the eyes. So we're going to just finish with something for the abdominals. So sitting in front of the roller, make sure you support your head really, really beautifully. There's no tension in your neck. Elbows out to the side, but they're in your peripheral vision. Now we can use our roller and we can roll right up, not onto the neck, but right up to the top of the shoulders, and then all the way down to the base of our spine. And if you don't have a roller, you can do some more shoulder bridge rolls, okay? And then finish with the roller at the bottom of your shoulder blades, head supported. Actually, bring it a bit higher to start with, maybe mid shoulder blades, because we haven't done this for a while. Inhale there. And as you exhale, you're melting over the roller, keeping a bit of engagement through those ribs, so don't just totally lose control and let all of that go. Inhale there. And exhale, think of drawing the ribs down towards the hips, and then think of trying to lift off the roller. So now you're really engaging those abdominals. Lift off the roller. Imagine you can come all the way. Inhale. And exhale. And then see if you can move the roller down a little bit. So now it is much closer to the bottom of your shoulder blades. Support your head. Okay, you're in control. Inhale there. As you exhale, open into that big extension. You've got the control here, so only go as far as you want to. Inhale there. Exhale, ribs towards hips, and think of lifting up and off the roller. There's no doming of the abdominals. You really pull the navel towards the spine, and you're lifting that pelvic floor at the same time, so that's all under control. Inhale there. Exhale. Big extension. Inhale there. Exhale. Think navel to spine. Squeeze your pelvic floor. Then draw the ribs to the hips. So you're thinking layer by layer. You're starting with the deepest layer to start the action, and then to the most superficial. Instigate the movement with those deep, deep muscles. So I've nudged the roller down a little bit more. You don't have to, just to get a bigger extension. Inhale there. Lift my pelvic floor, pull my navel towards my spine, then ribs to hips, then think of lifting off the roller. Now you can apply all of this to a simple abdominal curl. So if you didn't have the roller, okay, you can't get such a big extension, but with your pelvis in neutral, pelvic floor lifts, press navel to spine, but not imprint, then ribs to hips, into that abdominal curl. I'm not pulling on my head's resting my hands, my elbows are floating in my peripheral vision. Inhale, return, exhale, lift. Okay? So however you're doing that, aim for 8 to 10 of those, a nice set of those. And then if you're on the roller, come off, fall off your log. We're going to come into a big morning stretch. So this is just literally stretch your hands and feet in the opposite direction so far as they'll go. And release that. Go nice and floppy. And roll onto your side. And tuck your toes under into crouching. Drop your head. Head's nice and heavy. Feet are hip width. Heels are under your sit bones. As you exhale, heels come down. Bottom up, head down. One more nice stretch through the legs. Inhale there, soften the knees, belly button to spine, sit bones draw together. As you exhale, rolly, 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 rolly up. And then we'll just finish with a rotation each way and flexion each way. One big extension and return, slow angel the arms round. And you're done. So hopefully we did feet, shoulders, a little bit of glutes in the first video and spinal mobility, and then in this second video we've done a bit more spinal mobility. We've got some core kind of work and abdominal work and extra glute work. So hopefully both these videos can work by themselves, and equally if you bolt them together, if you've got time, you've got quite a nice full workout. Any of the exercises that you feel really tap into something with you, do them again. Do 2 to 3 sets if you can. Just keep it going. I will try and do another video, but I can't promise. Lots of love, everyone. Missing you already. Bye, guys.